So the first step in making our cobbler is to prepare our fruit. For our apple cobbler, we are going to peel and core the apples. I'm going to make 4 or 5, probably more like 5 cups, maybe even a little bit more of apples. I'm not going to show you me peeling every single one of these apples because that would be a little bit boring actually. So I just use a paring knife and just cut out the outside. I like to try to do it in one piece just to have a little bit of fun. I don't know, you may not think that's fun, but it's a little challenging to try to get it done in one piece. In terms of making a peach cobbler, I actually do not peel my peaches when I'm making a peach cobbler, but a peach peel is a little bit softer than the apple cobblers, so I think we're probably better off peeling our apple here than we would necessarily for a peach. Obviously for cherries you have to slice the cherry open and pit them with a berry, like a blackberry. You don't need to do any work, just wash and clean them. So there's our apple with our peel. The next step is to core this. Make sure you don't really, I think of cobbler as being a little bit rustic, so I don't need to get everything perfect. Now to core it, you can core it by hand. I actually have, let me make sure we have this in the shot here. I actually have a handy dandy apple corer that you can pick up pretty much anywhere. So to core, you just put it in the middle here and you just push and then take the pieces out. Take your core, I just throw that away, right into the trash. And then if there are any parts of the core remaining on here, you can cut them off. This looks good. I think, again, since we're making a cobbler here, let me throw this away here. Since we're making a cobbler, I think I'm just going to cut these into little smaller pieces, but not too much. I like a lot of fruit big fruit pieces in my cobbler, so you can actually taste the fruit and feel it and get the texture of it and all that. So I'm just going to cut these in half. So that's fairly simple. And then throw them in our measuring cup here. I have our big measuring cup. This is about a cup and a half. And then right into the bowl. And then the little trick that I learned from cooking school is if you take a little bit of citrus, here I have a lemon, and just squeeze a little bit in on top of the apples. Toss the apples in the citrus and just toss it like that. And that will prevent your apples from getting brown. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for the next bunch of apples and get it ready and show you the next step in just a second here. Okay, so here we have it. We've got about 5 cups of peeled apples in here. You can see that there are spots where it's starting to turn a little bit brown. You also notice that I haven't taken off all the peels. Like I said, this is for a cobbler, and I think a cobbler should be a little bit rustic. So I'm quite okay with having the peel on it. We're going to make this in the way that I learned how to make the cobbler, and so this is the same way you would make any cobbler, just a different kind of fruit and a different set of seasonings in order to match the apples. So with that, we'll move on. So we'll be right back.